Test, test, test.
Audible, sir.
All right. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Everyone, today I'm host and let's. I'm sorry, I'm used with my phone because right now I in the some place. All right. We can start about the speak group. The speaking practice group begin is a small group consisting of 5 people of IELTS students from Leader English who meet online to prepare for their speaking test using a simple meeting format. With support from Leader English, the session gradually opened to the public and were held weekly to invite more leaders to practice together. Since 2021, SPG has grown into a sportive space for English learners and speaking practitioners. Approaching its first anniversary, Fansmillennial network consisting joined in fact to expand SPG in as a learning platform but also as a space for networking. Today, SPG meeting been significantly improved and mentorship program has been introduced to further strengthen in rule and reach. Right? I want to moderator. Right? Before starting, we must to remain respectful, mindful of other during session. Number two, avoid sharing any personal information, contact details, or links to commercial product or potentially unsafe website in the chat. Furthermore, the host reserves the right to remove participants who disrupt the session. After that, keep your microphone mute at all times, unless it during the Q&A session, breakout room, or when the host specially requests otherwise. After that, the session is being recorded by participating or your consistent including or your video name comments. Take full advantage of this opportunity to practice English and expand your network, be productive, and contribute to the growth of this community. I want to invite moderator tonight. There are Mr. Take your time. Make the
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Ahmad, for the opening. Wait a second. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, everyone. Good evening. So before we start the speaker session, so I want to telling about the meeting agenda first. After that, the CV of the speakers. So the first one, 7:30 until 7:35 is opening. It's already from Mr. Ahmad. Housekeeping announcement and introducing a moderator. It's me. 7:36 until 7:40 is reading meeting agenda and speaker CV right now. 7:41 until 8 p.m. It is the speaker session. 8 past 1, 8 yeah, past 1 until 8:20 is Q&A session and closing statement from the speaker. At 21 until 8:30 is presenting certificates and taking a group picture. At 31 until 8:35 is topic of the day. At 36 until 8:51 is the first breakout rooms. And 8:54 until 9 past 9 the second breakout rooms. For each breakout rooms it will be 15 minutes, but the first one it will be there randomly. You'll randomly with someone, with some partner, and the second breakout room you can choose the breakout room. 9 past 10 until 9:15 introducing new participant and choosing next moderator and presenter, after that closing. So before we move to the speaker session, I want to tell you all about the speaker tonight. The speaker tonight is Mr. Acep Usman Abdullah, and he'll presenting about transforming GRIB Jaya in Sukabumi City. His educational background is master degree from the University of Queensland, Australia at 2018. And he is a bachelor degree from IPB University Bogor at 2013. His current work or organization he is a head of a GRIB Jaya Transformation Acceleration Committee in Sukabumi City, cooperative head in Koperasi Desa Merah Putih, founder of Fansmillennials Networks Consulting, and the last president commissioner PT Timeless Network Group. His field of interest: human resource and community development, organization and business transformation. His current city, he Sukabumi, West Java, and his special quote: "Networking goes beyond the term itself. It's about sharing ideas, building connection, and working together. Let's share, connect, and collaborate." So, without further ado, we the time and place is yours, sir. Wait a second.
All right. Thank you so much, Brother Altamis, for introducing me and also for the time you given to me. Hello, everyone. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Very glad to be here this evening, and I'm going to deliver a presentation about my experience in my current organization called GRIB Jaya, chapter Sukabumi, or regency level, Sukabumi City. So I will divide this into two parts, but for tonight, I just prepare for the part one, and I prepare for the second one later on. Of course, we after I got a lot of progress from the transformation agenda. In terms of the learning context, a quick disclaimer. So this content is learning. This is for learning purpose. Participants may have different arguments on the content, hence feel free to clarify after this session. So a quick outline that I'm going to bring this evening. The first one is about introductions to Fansmillennials Network and GRIB. And the second one is why transformation is needed. And the third one is the progress of the transformation itself and the milestones. And next is what is the next point or activities that I have to do as part of the Committee of Transformation. So it must be interesting activities, of course, during the time or during the period of transformation. But of course, there are some challenges. So I'm pleased to share with you all this evening. But before that, I have a quick quizzes, and I have prepared the merchandise for those who can answer this question correctly. There are 5 questions, so just answer on the chat box as see if you can answer correctly, and I'll pick 2 winners, the first and the runner-up. So the first one is Gerakan Rakyat Indonesia Bersatu or GRIB Jaya is A, B, or C. And then number 2, which of the following statements about GRIB Jaya is incorrect? And the third one is this year, GRIB Jaya is celebrating the 1st, the 10th, or the 5th, the 15th. And number 4, the founder of GRIB Jaya is Prabowo, Hercules, or Abdul Haris Nasution. And number 5, in addition to serving as the coordinator of the Transformation Committee of GRIB Jaya in Sukabumi City, the speaker, myself, currently hold the position of A, B, or C. So I'm going to wait for the correct answer from you. Please make sure that you don't need to edit once you submit the questions. And of course, I will pick the fastest answers, and of course the correct answer for sure. So please type on the chat box. We got from the moderator, Brother Altamis. So please, I'm still waiting for others to submit the answers, and of course I can make sure that whether your answer is correct later on. Okay, please add the rest one, Mr. Yoga. I know you have typed BA. Make sure that you don't edit, of course. Please, everybody. We got 5 questions, and I have prepared the merchandise for you who have answered all questions correctly, and of course with the fastest speed. Please. Okay, we got 3 participants who have answered those questions. Okay, I'm sure that this is Mr. Awan, right? Cloud9 BBA.
Yes, Cloud9, yeah. Cloud Awan.
So it's kind of pre-test, by the way, and of course I want to see if you can get better understanding after this session, for sure. All right. We have 11 participants, and we got participant who have answered, Brother Altamis, and then Mr. Yoga, Mr. Yuslan, Mr. Awan, Mr. Ahmad Shahbandi. Come on. We know Z, Afaf, Azam, Tanggu, Kaisan. I know you just arrived here. Please, you can join the session, of course. I mean the quiz session. There are 5 questions, and I expect that the fastest answers, and of course the correct one, will get merchandise from FM and Toshin. Hope don't have posters. All right. I don't think I have one, but soon you can answer. You can find the correct answer once I deliver all the materials. Tangguh BACBA. All right. Okay then. So I will close the these quiz sessions in 1 minute. So you still have one time, by the way, to find the correct answer. But just make sure that you don't edit it, right? Because I want to find the correct answer, the fastest one without any revision. Okay, Tangguh has participated. Kaisan, you want to participate? You still have 1 minute. Right. According to Wikipedia and Blogger. Yes, I think the information is available, but I don't think the number five you can't find easily because it's too local context. All right. I think I have to close this session. And everybody, and here's the hang on. Here's the answer. All right. So
Bruh, I'm wrong at the 5.
Oh no, only right on one.
all right, let me double check. So Brother Altamis, you
BBC
got one
B.
mistake, right?
Yeah.
So your score is 4. Altamis 4. And Mr. Yoga is not complete. Let's check
Mr. Yoga is BAABA.
BA
ABA.
BA
Oh my God.
ABA. So only 3, right?
No, yeah, 3.
Three correct answer. Okay, let's see. Brother Yuslan, B A
No.
B B
I
Just
A.
think
two.
you can
BABCA.
So the correct is the score
BNA.
is
Number 1 and 5.
number 1 and
okay.
5. Oh my God,
Number and 5.
I can guess number 5 because I already watched your
Same.
story.
Mr. Awan,
Well, looks like my
BBAAA.
So
knowledge of seeing
3
Mr.
correct answer,
Acep's
yeah.
status
Yeah, 3.
is used here.
Mr. Awan 3 correct answer. Okay, Miss Ahmad Sahbandi, I don't.
Mr.
Okay.
Ahmad Syabandi B.
And then
ACBB.
BA
CBB.
CBB. 3 correct answer, right?
BA. Yeah, 3 correct answer.
Okay. And then who else? Okay, Mr.
Awan.
Tangguh. How about
Tangguh
Tangguh?
BACBA.
So how many correct answer?
BACB. 4.
Okay, 4 correct answer, right?
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Ahmad done, right? Mr. Ahmad. Okay, then Kaisan.
Kaisan ACBCA.
ACBC. So what? 1 correct answer, right?
Yep.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Kaisan 1. No problem. So from this evaluation, Altamis got 4, Yoga 3, Yuslan 2. Am I right? And then Mr. Awan 3, Mr. Ahmad 3, Tangguh 4, Kaisan 1. So the winner based on the correct answer, Altamis and Tangguh, right? The highest, but of course we don't get the full score.
Yep.
But I'm sure after this event you can find all the answers. All right, then don't worry. I'll contact you, the winners, later on. I mean, after this event. All right. So let me continue now. Okay, just quick one about Fansmillennial Network Consulting. So this is a kind of mentoring program or a sole proprietorship or individual company. And the program is delivered by Fansmillennial Network Consulting in terms of the mentoring program. And we usually have programs in collaboration with other organizations, including Speaking Practice Group or Leaders English. And also we got Net Digital Group, Timeless Network Group, and other organizations in finance, in IT, as well as in non-profit organization like Defense Heritage Society, and here, of course, Speak and Practice Group. So the most recent one, we are collaborating with GRIB Jaya Sukabumi City in terms of transformation. So of course, to get this chance, I had to join the organization as a part of member or management team, and then I offered sort of agenda to improve this organization called Transformation Agenda. And I think last year, at the end of 2025, the proposal has accepted. Now we are progressing with the agenda, and of course, with improvement after we received a lesson learned throughout the period of transformation. So a quick one about GRIB Jaya. So this is a community organization or organization ormas, organization masyarakat, right? And I know if you hear ormas, it's quite a variety. I mean, diverse perception. Some probably receive this as disapproval perception. Some maybe welcome this name, but of course, this is legal. I mean, as long as there is approval from national government or Kesbangpol or from Ministry of Law and Human Rights, I think this organization is legal, and GRIB, of course, received this letter from the ministry in 2022, if I'm not mistaken, but it was founded on 11 April 2011 by Hercules Rosalio Marshall, or Hercules, in Jakarta. So in terms of the organization itself, it's based on the principle of Pancasila and 1945 Constitution of Indonesia. And then, of course, it's independent. And the main function is to advocate for public aspiration, especially in terms of advocacy or legal matter. So we are happy to assist people or community who needs this advocacy assistance from us. And in terms of organizational structure, so we have some levels here. From national level, we call DPP, Dewan Pengurus Pusat, and provincial level, Dewan Pengurus Daerah, and DPC, Dewan Pengurus Cabang or Regency level. And I'm here in DPC level, Regency level, or Sukabumi City, and I am currently holding as a vice secretary in this management organization. But of course, I'm proposing to have a special task, which limit in terms of the period for the task itself, only 1 year. So it should be terminated in 2026 for this task. But of course, in terms of the structure, I'm still in the vice secretary role. So basically, I have I have double tasks as a head of acceleration committee for transformation, and the regular one as a vice secretary. And in terms of sub-district level or kecamatan, we have PAC or pengurus anak cabang, and village level or desa or kelurahan is one thing. It's quite similar format for any mass organization, especially national level. So hopefully that you can be aware of this. And of course, if you have some interest to know, whether you can contact me or you can contact the local office or local office of GRIB Jaya. And then the focus areas of committee is the first one, economy and finance. So basically, we want to increase the income or the finance strength of this organization, because truly any activities here in organization, in mass organization, in community organization like GRIB requires money, and of course we don't want to have illegal source of money. That's why I want to offer sort of possible alternatives, the better one, how to raise money from valid source, so that the organization can have strength in terms of financial support, so that everybody can run this organization smoothly. And the second one is advocacy. So we know that many people, especially in the village, they need assistance for getting the right treatment by police or by judge or any legal institutions in terms of dealing with their legal matter. Meanwhile, they don't have money, they don't have support. That's why we come to provide advocacy support. Of course, we have a legal division, and they can offer with pro bono or with free. But of course, we still understand that there are some limitation or constraint, because they also need money for living. That's why we propose to have many advocates in our organization, and we want to distribute the task, so that the advocate itself still can earn money from the professional career or from the source or other source, but they still can provide social or free service to our members or communities. And we have done with many, with some support for people who needed this help or this assistance. The last one was about a child protections issue, and then we managed to advocate this matter, and the family really were thankful to our support. And then the last one is about membership, and of course, with this one is branding. So we want to have a better branding, better perception. We don't want to have unnecessary stigma from public, and also negative perception from community. That's why we want to have good branding strategy, and we want to hire as many as we can from community, especially for ranting or PAC level, because this is the center where they can meet, they can be recruited. Meanwhile, for the DPC level or agency level, it's more a strategic function. That's why we want to help PAC level or ranting level, in village level, to recruit as many as they can, and of course with quality a quality process. Better process for the recruitment, so we can get qualified members. So far, we don't have specific criteria, as long as they have ID card, national ID card. Of course, they above 17 years old, and we have sort of a commitment or a letter of commitments to make sure that they can agree and they can follow the regulation or the terms and conditions that we have in this organization. So those three areas are the target of the transformation agenda that our committee is now striving to accomplish. And then in terms of the challenges, I have picked from the management consulting book. This is interesting one. When we are trying to propose transformation in one organization or one business, we might face these challenges. So the first one is internal forces working to keep things the same, or organizational inertia, which mean it is idle state, not working state. And while in the external factor or environmental forces, external factor requiring change. And of course, DPC Sukabumi is monitored by DPD, is monitored by national level, and external factors, those external factors require us to change. And of course, they propose to change it because we got some issues, matters in terms of management, in terms of membership, in terms of finance, and of course, this require people who who are brave to take this opportunity. And my involvement in 2024 in yes, I guess in 2024 in this organization, I first didn't realize this need, but then once I observed and then I found this necessity to change in this organization, then with the coordination with the provincial level, national level, I think this is an opportunity for me, especially for FA mentorships to take next challenges in terms of providing transformation support for non-profit organization or community organization, to be exact, like GRIB Jaya. So basically, this would be a good chance for me, especially as a consultant and mentor, how to get lessons from mass organization or community organization like GRIB, and then we can apply in other organizations similar like GRIB. So if we don't have any transformation or change in this organization, this organization might face catastrophic events such as dies, organization dies. And many people also have perception like this. Without transformation like this, I think this organization will die sooner or later. So basically, I help this organization how to thrive again, and then see the national vision as an organization that can support people in needs in terms of legal matters or aspiration in general. So this chart or diagram really helped me how to realize the challenges, and now we face as well the similar one. The first one is from the internal organization. Some people consider that the leadership is a main factor of this organization, and they feel ignorance. I mean, the other management felt ignorance, or they really don't care about the progress of this organization. But at the same time, they're still here in organization. So it's quite awkward. Why they still here, but they don't do something to change this organization. So that's the internal matter. And those who have understanding about organization, let's say they have experiences previously, they had experience previously in other organization or similar one, like community organization, as mostly they were reluctant to apply their expertise or their knowledge or their skill in the previous organization. So this is quite a big gap, I guess. So the main challenges is from the internal one. They basically have understanding about how to organize, but they don't want to apply here. So that's the hardest challenge that I have to face. I realized that some members or some management, they previously didn't have any experiences in the organization. They previously, let's say, quote unquote, like anak jalanan. So they didn't have any experience in organization, and they need people who can support in managing people in managing organization. So there are two groups here. But the hardest challenge that I have to face is those who have understanding organization, but they don't take or they don't get involved, or they don't participate. Take they don't take any um, uh, activity, or they don't participate in any activity here. So I have to make sure that they can aware about the importance of transformation, while also help those who didn't have any experience in organizations to have a better skill in managing people, in managing organization. So in terms of the transformation progress or milestones, we initiated in November 2025, and I employed preliminary approach in this step, and then we had open recruitment in the same month, so we got better, high quality candidates for helping me in this special task force, and then socializing to all PSA at our sub-district level about this transformation, and they were very welcome, and they seems they got new energized from this socialization event. So they thought that this organization would die, but then once I came there with my team, and then we approached them with socialization material about transformation, and they're very, very happy with this, and they were excited to looking forward to the further progress of this transformation. Basically, we got support from sub-district and village level, and we want basically personally I wanted to see how this can provide real impact to the motivation and also to the change in sub-district and village level. In January 2026, as this organization that time had not applied yet to Kesbangpol or Regional Office of National Unity and Politics, then I proposed to quickly submitted a registration proposal to this office, and then we received the approval in January 2026. It means that in the regency level, it's already legal, and of course in national level, it's been more than 5 years already registered in the ministry, but of course in the regency level, we still need to register to the local office. In this context is Kesbangpol or Regional Office of National Unity and Politics. And then the next plan, of course, we still have many things to do. The first one is the formation of special task force. As I mentioned earlier, we got qualified candidate from the previous recruitment, but I need to have better formation, and we invite the existing member as well to join the task force, and we need to have a approval from the chairman of these organizations in terms of some agendas, and of course the detailed agenda of 3 main target that I mentioned earlier: economy or finance, advocacy, and the third one is membership. And after that, my team and I will have a right or entitlement to do intervention for both vertical and horizontal approach. So hopefully we can provide influence or provide support for the management, while meanwhile we also have the chance to provide horizontal interventions to our college in the same level, and of course to the bottom level we can have interventions to sub-district and village level as well. And we expect that the termination of this task force ends in December 2026. It means that I have to accomplish all the tasks, 3 main tasks, and see if we can evaluate it and whether we need extension or better to change the format. But of course, we expect that December 2026 is the end of this task force, and everybody will get back to the regular role as in the organization. So that's all my sharing. Hopefully the participants can get insight from my presentation, and you can now get a correct answer from the quizzes that I displayed earlier. Thank you, and back to the moderator.
Okay, thank you, sir. So wonderful presentation, sir Acep. And I open the Q&A session. So if you want to ask something, you can raise your hand and unmute or in the chat box. So we have question from Mr. Raga. Mr. Raga, you can unmute your microphone. Mr. Raga.
Okay, thank you, Brother Altamis. Good evening, Mr. Acep.
Yes, good evening.
Okay, I'm so interested about your presentation, and I think I have some question of you. I think what I am realizing now, I think in Indonesia, so many perspective about the ormas, right? Maybe not only now. I think ormas still declaring from the past maybe, and now we have some ormas like GRIB Jaya. I know in Lampung we have to GRIB Jaya, and I have a lot of friends, and I have a family too. It is joining at this group, and I think I have question about how is GRIB Jaya changing the public's negative perspective perception about the community, like community organization like ormas maybe, because I think in GRIB Jaya in this position this support, or maybe they are in what I means like coalition in government, right? Because I know Mr. President Prabowo is he supported from GRIB Jaya from Mr. Hercules. So I know I question about that. How sorry how is GRIB Jaya changes the public's negative perception of community organization or mass. I think that's my question. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Can I answer directly, Brother Altamis?
Yeah, you can, sir.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Yoga, for the questions. Let me mention again that you are questioning about the public, how to change the public perception, create a better or more positive approval from society here in Indonesia, especially for community organization ormas. Of course, we got here a lot of ormas. I mean, Tibja is one of the ormas here in our country. You can mention like Pemuda Pancasila is the oldest one, I guess. And then there are some local community organization as well. Of course, it can't be separated from the attitude or the behaviors of the member itself. And of course, we got some oknum or people who are not responsible with the organization itself, and they don't follow the regulation or follow the terms of condition in our organization. That's why they probably, I mean, they create or spoil the reputation of our organization. But of course, there are some positive side of the ormas itself or the community organization itself. And as I mentioned, we want to be organization that can help underprivileged people or poor people in terms of legal support. And sometimes they are in the position where they hard to do to what we call to get fair treatment by police or by other officers, because they got intimidation from people who have a better power or they have money. So in this context, I think Ormas can presence to provide hand, to give hands to these people who needs. And I think we also have a special role as a control balance. I mean, to control the role of police officer as well. I mean, basically the policy maker as well here in our country, because we have check and balance role as well. So once we have aspiration, individual aspiration might not give impact. That's why we need to come in a group, and you can see people power have a specific role in terms of how to propose the change or the propose aspiration, rather than just individual or one or two or three people. So I see the positive side from this community organization for many purposes, but of course we accept there are some oknum over there who don't really follow the instruction. They don't abide by law or regulation that we have. But eventually they they destroy our reputation, and it's hard to come back. And of course, we have some strategy how to deal with this, to make sure that people who have negative perception about this community or this organization, they can change quickly by providing a clarification, or we propose the positive trends on our social medias, on well, in other channels as well. And of course, we also expect that our leader in the national level can see the reality in the rural level or in the village level, how this mass organization or community organization works. And I think in GRIB Jaya now, they have a special events to raise awareness about law and about the organization best practices. So I think in terms of national level, they also see the importance of transformation. But what I want to highlight more is how I can give a positive impact in the regency level, and see if I can take some lesson learned from this community organization that I can reshare to other organization or to our college here in Fansmillennials Network. So that's my main or my personal agenda, but of course, maybe there are some positive sides from this, and of course, I also bring probably negative side of this or negative reputation that might come alongside this process. But the decision is clear. I have to make change in this organization, and it should be easily monitored, easily calculated, and easily measured. And that's why I just focus on three areas: economy or finance, then advocacy, and third one is membership. Hopefully this answer your question, Mr. Yoga.
Okay, thank you for your answer. I'm so interested about your answers, sir. Because yeah, I think some example I know, like in news, maybe I know in internet, so many people see, there are also weakness from the law, and so many yeah, maybe someone from the member from the GRIB Jaya, they help and support some people about yeah, about help from the uh, allow, maybe from the rules. I think I know that. Okay, thank you very much, Mister.
Thank you so much.
Is there any question, guys? Okay, we have the question from Mr. Yuslan. Mr. Yuslan, you can unmute your microphone.
All right. So audible?
No, not audible.
No
Clearly,
way.
clearly.
How come?
How
Okay.
come?
Uh, all right. So I think it was presentation from Mr. Acep. Thank you so much. And also I learned a little bit about GRIB Jaya, but uh, I don't not familiar with this case. But it's okay. I just want to know about perhaps you already explained, but I don't get it the point or etc. Because I have to make another agenda at this time. So yeah, I just want to know why you are consistent commitments and also persistence doing I don't know exactly that doing the same role job and even like happens in it's not only the good guy but also like in speaking practice group, events heritage and etc. Why what the goals what the goals of life. Wow, you still consistent commitment and persistent. Mm, cool. It's
All
only
right.
that.
All right. Thank you so much, Brother Yuslan, for the questions, asking a main reason why I still committed to take part in assisting organizations like GRIB, like Speaking Practice Group, and others. And of course, it's hard to explain in detail because it comes from internal motivation. My passion is about community development, young people development. So it's part of what we call like yes, passion, right? When patients comes with the let's say business interest, for instance, I think it also can I can be more triggered, and I can probably have sort of special skill, grit skills, so perseverance in facing any challenges or any difficulties. But of course, we have a clear goal for the business development for Fansmillennials Consulting as well. So when patient comes with the business interest, I think it can be much powerful. So it happened here in Fansmillennials Consulting. I might not gain money from GRIB. I might not gain money from Speaking Practice Group, from other non-profit organization for sure, and I don't expect that as well. But the skills, knowledge, of course, can be leveraged, and then we can get money from other source for the commercial purpose uh, um, for sure. That's why when patient comes with the business orientation or the business um, goal, I think it becomes much powerful. That's why it triggered. I mean, it helped me to be consistent, to be committed, to be persistent in running all these activities. And of course, thank you for you and everybody who helped me with this. And hopefully, my internal motivation also be heard, and then you understand how the positive impacts can uh, you can generate or you can create from activities that you have been through. And we expect that also you have a long-term goal for sure, how your career can develop, your job can be created from all the process that you have been through. uh, i really um I really exhort or encourage everyone, especially my mentees, to have a similar perception. And of course, we don't expect that you need to follow me for sure, but you might consider to think what I think. Uh, so that my message at the same time for all mentees that working with me.
Okay.
Cloud 9 is have a question.
Yeah, Mr. Awan, I have a question. My question is, do you have any interest to jump into politics? Could you explain the reason?
All right. Okay. All right. Into politics. All right. Okay. So this is interesting question. And I have to answer honestly for sure. 2024. I mean 2022. And 2023. I was part of the what we call a team that helped my friends to be um parliament member in one party, and I learned a lot from this process as well. How networking is important, how branding is important, and how these become motivations to do something good. And of course, behind this, all of this, we need to have a sort of a strategy to nothing to lose. Because if we expect something ideal at the end, I mean, the result should be um, received ideally. Of course, you will end up with full disappointment or even becomes crazy. What I mean to answer this Mr. Awan question is to get the political support is not easy for sure, and we need to have a long journey to reach that place. But again, nothing to lose is ideal strategy. Whether the good things that we created should we don't really expect, so it should be a bonus. So far, I don't have any political now. I don't have any political interest or any party that approach me. But I don't know for sure at the end. Because so far, I think my perception about politics is something good, because this nation need people who have good understanding about politics and use politics as a tool how to make people more prosperous, to advance this nation. Good politician is important. So we don't say I'm allergic to politics. Probably it's something wrong. Because if I feel the same, like I'm allergic to politics, probably I still consider politics something bad. But I'm trying to see the right function of politics itself. Politics is sort of knife, right? We can use it for bad thing or good thing, but I choose to use it for good thing. But this time, I have a long-term plan how to be financially freedom before I take a position to get involved in politics or in any sort of um, government bureaucrat role. So my main motivation first is how to be financially freedom, because that's very ideal. If we get involved in politics, it costly for sure, and it needs money. It's not cheap, especially in the political system in Indonesia. That's why I have to be financially freedom. I have to um, to advance my business. I have to create passive income, and when it comes, probably, well, I do believe that any parties can approach me, especially when I have a good network. So that's why being consistent in good things is not easy as well, and to be ideal, to be to to hold the good principle is not easy. Money is part of the factor we can break our principle. That's why I don't want that money is the factor to break the principle. So I need to be independent in terms of money. That's why when I want to actualize or wants to take part in quality, for instance, I think it doesn't matter anymore. But this time, I think still a long term journey to that level. That's why this time at least I have no interest in getting part of the political management. I mean, part of the political parties management or pengurus. Better to be a businessman and consultant and see if we can find or even we can create a special party that can inline with the value. But that's long term journey. Still long term journey. Don't worry.
Is there any question, guys? Wait a second.
Shabandi,
Oh yeah, okay, Mr. Shabandi. Mr. Shabandi, you can unmute yourself and ask the question.
just ask him as much as you can.
Okay,
Please,
thank
this is the time.
you for thank you so much for opportunity for me. And it is the presentation is very good. And I also have some community, but the community is about the religion. And this community began when 2024, and until now, in my plan or the community is still, I think. But in my question is how you can develop your community or your organization until the organization is still interest, and yeah, how you can manage the community. This my my
All right.
question.
Thank you, Mr. Ahmad. Your question is about maintaining the organizations that you are in, or you are leading, or you are part of the member of this organization of that organization. Well, maybe the context is different, but I'm happy to share my perspective universally. So maintaining organization require strong passion, especially if you are leader in that organization. Always remember the main purpose of why you form or you build that organization, because that's your big why. And every hurdle, challenges in future, or even you are um, going through, I think you will be able to overcome. You can address all those challenges if you have a strong passion. And of course, we need to be realistic as well. That's why transformation is required when the organization needs it. For instance, why transformation is necessary? Because the first one, we see that the management doesn't work. I mean, we know the structure. We already created the structure of the organization, but uh, it doesn't work. It means that every role doesn't function normally. So we need to see it, um, and then you can find the insight how to do intervention, right? So if you are leader, for instance, of course you have a strong privilege, you have strong right to monitor and to see in detail your organization itself, either your treasurer, your secretary, your vice chairman, for instance, or um, your what we call head of divisions. Um, so so it depends on the structure itself and the needs of the structure. But what I just mentioned is the needs of transforming in the management, the organization management. And of course, we got another idea of transformation in terms of finance, for instance, as I just mentioned, how to source money um, properly, productively, and what kind of businesses or business units that we have to create in that organization to become fruitful source of money, for instance. So that's from the finance side. And lastly, I also read, I just read from the consulting management book, the transformation can also occur in human research, specifically in the recruitment. So when you see your member or your management team doesn't work, and since they don't have any interest anymore to take part in your organization, better to have a plan to recruit and see if you can what we call um, use or employ the right method of of recruitment. I mean the right method of recruitment for the organization with non-profit interest, like non-profit organization or NGO or like community organization. I think their motivation is become a main reason how to recruit, and their big why should be identified. For instance, Brother Altamis wants to join your organization. You can do like interview with the right, let's say the right circumstance where the interview should take place. And then you can find the big why of Brother Altamis. Okay, maybe in 1 year I have to get friends, like 10 friends from this organization, or I have to be, let's say, uh, my CV is now better because I have experience in voluntary based activities, for instance. So you have to find out the big why, because once you found their motivations, that you can remind them if they feel okay, I'm down, I need support from leader. So that's why recruitment is necessary, especially the process of recruiting itself. You need to find qualified candidate for sure, but of course you need to understand them in detail, the big why of their motivation. That's what I want to highlight. But of course, depend on the organization itself. That's why I can't really provide specific answer, specific solution, but better to see um, the management part, the human research part, and probably the external factor you might need also to consider, for instance, the legal factor or the government support as well. That those are factors that might influence your organization. Hope this answer your question.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr.
You're welcome.
Is there any question, guys? If no other question, okay.
Probably just one breakout room, by the way. I know the time is running out,
Yeah, another
but I'm
time.
happy to be part of this discussion.
Of course. I know that, sir. Wait a second. Wait. So after this, we move to the next session. Next session, it will be handled by the host, Mr. Ahmad. Time and place is yours.
All right.
Really?
And after that, we can, I want to invite moderator and native speaker to
We don't
speak
have
together.
the native speaker, but we don't need the speaker. Actually, the
We don't
speaker
need
is the
certificate. Yeah, we don't need certificate as well, I think. We have topic of the day, perhaps.
Yeah, we have the topic
Oh,
of the
yeah.
day because we don't need
All right.
the certificate.
Okay, all right.
Am
And
I reading?
for anyone,
I think
can
Tangguh
Okay,
is willing.
you
I be able to reading. Mr.
Thank you.
Ahmed.
All right. Take your time.
Thank you. Topic of the day, but organization transformation is important for companies in a changing world. Markets, technologies, and customer needs are always developing. If if an organization does not change, it may fall behind its competitor. Transformation helps improve systems, skills, and strategies. It can also make work more efficient and help employers adapt to new ways of working. In addition, organization transformation supports long-term success. It allows business to respond to challenge and take new opportunities. Good leadership and clear communication are necessary during this process. When people understand the purpose of change, they are more likely to support it. As a result, the organization can grow and stay strong in the future. Topic question. First, why is organization transformation important for companies in a modern and competitive environment? And how can it help them survive and grow over time? Second, what what challenge might employers face during organization transformation, and how can leaders support them to adapt to change successfully? Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Yoga. And after that, we can break out room.
I'll help with that. Wait a second. It's for 15 participant. So we just wait a second. 6, 7, 6, 7. Wait.
Never thought that is mentioned here.
Okay. I open our room start from wait. Why Nabil with Afaf? So I move it. And this one, okay. Get it? For 15 minutes. I open our room, start from now. Okay, goodbye, sir.